Welcome back with Survival. My name is Christopher Weesey, and today we're going to show you the shelter that me and my partner Andrew Romback built. To get started, we had a shelter built before. It was a lean-to type shelter, and it got tore down by the storm, so we decided to rebuild. So we got started on this. The first thing we wanted to do this time was make it so that way we could lay down. The last shelter we built was too cramped for both of us. So we decided that one that could fit both of us laying down would be the appropriate shelter. So what we did to start off with, we found two sturdy trees, just like these, and that was our start. But what we wanted to do was, instead of building it as a lean-to, we wanted to make it more flat across the top, so that way we could lay our waterproofing material easier down. It's harder to lay it slanted because it starts to fall off and stuff, so laying it flatter would make it better. So what we decided was we got a strong, sturdy, thick log, and we tied it across these two trees. Then from there, what we did was we took two really solid, lengthy logs, follow me, and we ran them all the way down. That way, we knew that would be the length of our body. And what we did was, I don't know if you can see it, but this log here and this log right here are supported by two logs. This log and this log here, they're a Y shape, sort of like this. And we set the log down in between it, and I twisted those logs in the ground to support it. Then what I did was I put these sticks here to keep them from wobbling. And then from there, I just started piling the logs up, all the way up across. First I put the logs on top, all the way up to the front. That way I could put down this straw on top, which will act as kind of a waterproofing. We're going to get, when the leaves start to come in more fuller on the branches, we're going to put down the leaves, which is a better waterproofing. Plus we also have our tarps, but in a survival situation you want to have that. So, straw, as many logs as you can, full branches of leaves, that'll act as your waterproofing. I also put some of these thicker logs on top, which will keep the waterproofing material from falling off, blowing away, such like that. Then what we did was we started just filling in along the edges with logs of all different shapes and sizes. Try to make it so they're length size, and then come in with some thinner logs. I found what I like are these real thick logs. If you can get flatter logs, they work good too. The thicker the log, the better it's going to be, because it'll take up more space and be more solid protection. If you have to go with these thinner logs, just make sure they're still solid and they're not going to crumble. I also added, if you can find logs that have Y shapes and they're real solid and they're as tall as what your post is, I shoved this up underneath of it to support it, so if that string gave way, it wouldn't just collapse the whole shelter, it would support it. That's only on this side, because that's a little heavier side with those logs forcing it down. But if you come inside here, you can see that it's pretty much covered with the logs and the straw and stuff, that rain's not going to just pour right through, but it's also going to leak a little bit. So that's why, like I said, I'd like to get some leaves on top of it and stuff. But overall, I'll get down in here and I'll show you. If it was me and my cousin, and we had a fire going out there, there'd be plenty of room to lay down. We could lay down here, and there'd be plenty of leg room still. And we had that fire out there far enough that if it was, the heat could come in here and it'd be trapped in here. It'd keep us warm. Also, it's big enough that both of us can fit in here, but not so big that all the heat's going to escape. Between the two of us, the heat from our body is going to stay trapped in here. What I want to do is I want to get more brush, more leaves, put them along the sides, the end, over top. Just make this thing just like a big heat, cave. Make sure all the heat stays in. Next thing after that, like I said, I'm going to want to get a fire going out here. Out here somewhere, want to find some rocks, put some rocks around it, so that way the fire doesn't get away. You want to get wet, damp branches of leaves put over top. That way, if the sparks do fall on top, it's not going to ignite those dry straw and tinder right away. It'll have that wetness on top. That's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to go over our shelter, give you a heads up. If we decide to make another shelter in the future, we'll get back with you. But that's it for this episode. I just wanted to cover the basics of our shelter. It's a mixture between a lean-to and I don't know. I would call it an oversized bivvy, just because it's not, it's just to protect our body length and stuff. But it's a nice size shelter. It'll definitely protect us from most elements. The nice size wood will keep us critters out. The one entrance here, we might, depending on if we didn't have a fire, we might have something, a couple big logs just to set here to try and keep critters out. Other than that, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, check out our other videos. They're pretty cool. Your comments and opinions help us out a lot for developing future videos. If you have any questions, just feel free to message or contact us.